Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got a gorgeous square pattern for you, granny square pattern. I was just relaxing in my room and fiddling with a crochet hook as you do, thinking of patterns, and I've come up with this one. This is my very own pattern. I did it in white so I could see what I was doing, but I guess it's not the best lighting for you. I'll edit the video to make it more brighter for you. This is done in a normal DK lightweight number 3, and I did it with a 4mm crochet hook, and I wanted to make a pattern that starts off circular obviously and then finishes off in a square. This will be absolutely gorgeous for a blanket pattern square. This one has worked out at 5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, now like I said, this is with a 4mm crochet hook and a DK yarn, but I'm actually going to do the tutorial for you with Aran yarn and a 5mm, so it will be a bit bigger. Hopefully you should be able to see this on the screen as well. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Here we go, so I can show you how to make this gorgeous pattern. I like to try new things, and this worked out perfectly, and I want to share it with you. So it will be a little bit bigger, like I said. So let's begin. You want to do a magic circle. If you don't want to do a magic circle for this middle bit here, you can chain 4, slip stitch into the first stitch and make a loop and work in the loop. But I'll do a magic circle, and for that it's yarn over, go to the back, grab from underneath and pinch your work. Okay, there's your closing yarn and there's your working yarn. So immediately chain 1 just to lock it in. So what we want to do in the very first round, I've got it all written here, so excited. Okay, so chain 1 and then do 8 single crochets into the magic ring. They would look just as nice with the chunky yarn, and your blankets would work up in no time. So slip stitch into the first single crochet here, okay, then you want to chain 1 and do a puff, and to do that, go in, pull up a loop, do the same stitch that you came out from, go in, pull up another loop, and go in and pull up another loop. You should have 6 loops, pull through all 6, chain 2, and the chain 2 is the one that closes it off and an additional one, and then you do exactly the same in all the stitches, wrapping the yarn around 3 times and pulling through, chain 2, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, and that's how you do a puff. Chain 2. And you want to do that in each stitch. I do like the puff stitch, it gives it a really nice 3D effect rather than just single crocheting or double crocheting. Chain 2, so let me just count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you've done that, you want to place, attach to the top here of the puff stitch there. Okay, that's round 1. round 2, move into the chain 1 space and chain 1, and into this first space you want to place 2 puffs. Yeah, that's 1, chain 2, and then go into the same space again. There's your 2 into that space. And the next one is chain 2 every time. 1 to close, 1 additional one. Let's go into the next one. Chain 2. Next one will be a 2. And then a second puff into the same space. Chain 2. So it's 2, 1, 2. And the pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around. So go ahead and do that, and we'll carry on with round 3. Might look a bit squiggly here, do not worry. That was 1, next one's 2. And the last one should be a 1. Okay, go to the top of the puff stitch, right at the top here, and slip stitch. Yep. Now move into the space, into the next one, and chain 5. And into the very same space, do a double crochet. So what we're creating here is the 3 chains will technically be a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And you want to do this in each space now. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. Double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. And you want to do this all the way around in each space between each puff. You're only chaining 2 in the spaces, so not in between the spaces, just double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, move straight on into the next space, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. You don't do any chains before you move into the space. Excuse me, stomach's rumbling. Okay. Last one. And then 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. You're keeping those 2 chain spaces there, you're slip stitching into there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's round 4. Round 5, move immediately into the next space, chain 1, and into the 2 chain space, you're doing 3 single crochets. And into here, in between, see between the V's, you've got the space here, just do 1 here. So 3 into the chain 2 space, and 1 in between here. 3 in the chain 2 space, and 1 right here. And you want to do that all the way around. Okay, so we're still keeping the circle pattern here, and we're literally going to just change this puff circle into a square that you can join up. We didn't chain anything, remember, between these V's, but we are still placing 1 here. I tried it without and it didn't work. I needed the additional chain, so it's all trial and error when you're making patterns. Okay, coming to the end. Don't miss this 1 chain space here, and then slip stitch to the top of the first. Okay, and then now what you want to do is that very first, we had the 3 single crochets, then we've got the 1 there, then the 3 and the 1. Go immediately slip stitch into the next stitch, which takes us to the center of the 3. And what you want to do is chain 3, 2 double crochets. We're going to form our first corner, chain 2, and into the same stitch do another 3 double crochets. So that's our very first corner here. Okay, now as we're working on single crochets to get this into a square, so we've worked that one, there's our single crochet from the previous round, and then in the chain 2 space we've got the 1, 2, 3. You want to work on the third, the middle one, so go straight in, don't chain here, go straight in and do 3 double crochets, and then you move along again, find your next chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3, go and place 3 double crochets on that third stitch. Okay, we're moving along, and then now it's a corner, so find your next 3 chains, 2 and 3, go into the second one of the 3 and place 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the same stitch. There's corner 1, there's corner 2, and in between there's 2 sets of 3 crochets, 3 double crochets. So find your next 3, go into the middle and 3 double crochets. Find your next 3, go to the middle chain and another 3 double crochets. And now we're on to our corner. We've got one corner here, one here. We need to make another one here. Find your chains, 3 single crochets from that round. Go into the middle one, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And so we now have 1, 2 and 3 corners. This worked out so nicely. Find your middle stitch of the 3 single crochets and place another 3. Move along, 1 more, 3 double crochets, and now it's a corner. So there's your 3 chains. Go to the middle one, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and there's our 4 corners. You can block these squares if you want to. And we're on our last side, so we've just got 2 sets of 3 double crochets to do. So there's our 3 chains. Go immediately into the middle one, 3, and we have 1 more set there. And all you want to do then is find your first chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into that first chain. And to get this square even more square, we're on our very last round, and that is chain 1, go into the same stitch that you chained 1 from, do a single crochet, another single crochet, and another single crochet, and you'll end up in the corner, and the corner is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Then work all the way to the end. That's your first corner. Single crochet in every stitch, when you get to the corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, single crochet all the way across, okay, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Single crochet each stitch, each and every stitch. Corner, single crochet, chain 2 and single crochet, and we're on our very last side now. Single crochet all the way to the end, and that was your last one. Find your very first single crochet here and slip stitch, chain 1, and then you can cut your yarn. Okay, let's see if this one worked out any more bigger. I don't think it did. 5.5. So yeah, that's the DK yarn. Just go up a bit, excuse me. That's the DK lightweight number 3 with a 4mm crochet hook, and that's the more next yarn up, which is almost like an Aran yarn. I would say number 4 this is, and this is number 3. And you can see if I just put it corner to corner, it's just slightly bigger. So yeah, here you have my pattern for a very pretty square. Hope you like this tutorial. They work out a nice size as well, which is great. And great for throws, great for baby blankets. And of course, just before I go, you can change your colours as you go along if you want to make it multicoloured. I've just wanted to show you how it looks in one colour. Hope you've liked this tutorial. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for all your support, and I'll see you soon.